violence. My involvement was initiated here many years ago when I met a couple who had lost, Ann and Chris Burke. They had lost a 23-year-old daughter in a particularly horrific and tragic murders. All murders obviously are bad, but this one was especially heinous by a former boyfriend. Lindsay Ann Burke was an aspiring teacher, 23-year-old, pretty young woman. The Burkes themselves actually are teachers. We got together, I sat with them, and we fought to get them a measure of justice. We did. We got life without the possibility of parole. And then out of that, the Burkes looked at me and said, what else can we do? And I said, well, listen, I do a lot of education. I try to do outreach to beat back and different instances of violence and educate people. And domestic violence is an area. We started looking around our state and found wonderful programs that were ongoing, but we found incredible voids in other parts of our state. And think we got to do something about this. We passed the Lindsay Ann Burke Act, which mandates domestic violence education grades 7 to 12 in Rhode Island. At that time, I was being joined with my colleague from Nebraska, John Bruning, and we got a resolution together. All attorneys general signed it to start a push that other states would hopefully follow. 13 states now have followed with variations of that. Sadly, every state has so many tragedies that we can point to and use, but Lindsay Ann Burke was the start of it, and I'm very grateful for the Burke strength. I can't even imagine what the horrors that they're going through, but the strength that they've shown, I know, have already helped many, many people. When you talk about the instances of domestic violence happening younger and younger, and the fact that it perpetuates violence when they a victim at an early age is more likely to be a victim later on, it's sadness that we have to stop. And the best way to do it is not when, as a prosecutor, where we meet them, which is in a hospital, a courtroom, or a morgue. It's in a classroom where we can say, hey, this is wrong. As you're maturing, understand that you don't have to suffer through this.
Right. Thank you. Since you've seen the Lindsay Ann Burke Act been passed, what changes have you seen in the school? What positive kind of outlook of that?
Well, listen, Rhode Island is a tiny state, right? We're the smallest state geographically, but to go out and speak to the teachers who have met that one child who reaches out to them that would have never reached out before, because they have come to learn that it's wrong to do those things, is something that you have to be proud of and grateful for. And when you see that one example, it's like that ad, saving that one child, it's priceless. So I've already seen it there and know from other speaking and connecting with this incredible network, and obviously great corporate citizens like Liz Claiborne, we begin to see we can change this path, this epidemic that we're involved in, and we can push back against it.